Texas, we believe in hard work and helping others. Same is true for CBS. Because when we work and even play together, our state pride grows even stronger. CBS 11 is now CBS Texas. Whether you were born and raised here or got here as fast as you could, it's the place we're all proud to call home. CBS Texas. This is CBS News, Texas.
Tonight, a North Texas congressman meeting with Ukraine's president this week. Why he says he's growing more concerned about Russia's war with Ukraine.
Also tonight, we have new development in the Athena Strand murder case. The DA's plan now for the FedEx contract driver accused of killing that little girl.
Hello and welcome in for the new and reimagined CBS News Texas. Kind of a refreshed look and a refreshed name. Same quality journalism you're used to seeing here locally, across Texas, around the country, and around the world.
Yeah, that's not changing. We're still here for all of Texas, especially North Texas. But because we do have that CBS News Texas name now, you need to update your DVR recordings just in case you record us and watch us on your own time. The big story here right now at 6 o'clock, though, is the Wise County DA. They are now seeking the death penalty for this man, Tanner Horner. He's the contracted FedEx driver accused of murdering 7-year-old Athena Strand.
As the criminal case continues, the little girl's mother and father are pursuing a wrongful death suit. Our Caroline Vandergrift tonight breaking down the latest legal developments in this case.
Athena Strand loved animals and Disney musicals. Her family says the 7-year-old's life was senselessly cut short when a contracted FedEx driver became what a lawsuit calls a deliverer of death. They are now suing Tanner Horner, FedEx, and the company's subcontractor, Big Topspin, for more than $1 million in damages. Her parents believe the first grader's death could have been prevented. The lawsuit accuses the companies of negligence in hiring, training, and supervising Horner.
I will never be able to hear her say, "I love you, Mommy." I will never be able to do her hair again or to hold her while she sleeps.
Athena was reported missing from her home on November 30th, 2022. Her disappearance sparked a massive 2-day search to find her. According to the Wise County Sheriff, Horner was delivering a Christmas gift to Athena's house when he claims he accidentally hit the little girl with his FedEx truck.
We do have a confession.
Horner told investigators he then panicked and took the little girl, saying he ultimately killed her with his bare hands and dumped her body. A grand jury indicted the 31-year-old on charges of aggravated kidnapping and capital murder last week, and the DA plans to seek the death penalty. Horner is still in the Wise County Jail on bonds totaling more than $1.5 million. He'll have a chance to enter his plea in court at his arraignment on March 6th, according to court records. In Wise County, I'm Caroline Vandergrift, CBS News, Texas.
Now, we did get a statement from a spokesperson for FedEx. They tell us that our thoughts remain with the family of Athena Strand in the wake of this tragedy. We are aware of this complaint filed against FedEx Ground. We did reach out to officials with Big Topspin. We did not hear back from them.
As we've reported on the developing fentanyl crisis in Carrollton Farmers Branch ISD specifically, we have heard from law enforcement and politicians along the way, but tonight we get to hear the voices and the conversations happening behind school walls. A federal investigation found fentanyl-laced drugs, of course, killed 3 students there this year, prompting us to make repeated requests for leadership and interviews with them. After getting no response, a request did go through the Texas Open Records Act, and that revealed more than 900 pages of emails. Some indicated teachers were well aware of drug use on campus. Counselor even wrote about one student selling counterfeit pills to freshmen. The district tried removing certain students we saw and read, but had trouble getting the kids into alternative education programs. The district says it has held several sparsely attended presentations for parents on these issues.
Well, all new for you here at 6 o'clock. Governor Greg Abbott is now outlining his economic priorities for the 88th legislative session. He made that announcement today at the Greater Arlington Chamber of Commerce. The governor says he's going to work with the Texas legislature to alleviate your personal property taxes. taxes, even for businesses investing in high-quality workforce, helping them do that, infrastructure plans, and programs to strengthen the Texas power grid, which has been a big talker lately. Governor Abbott says he does want to ensure that Texans, and this is a quote, remains an unflinching economic force in the world.
Let's talk first alert weather. We got the chief here, Scott Padgett, right on cue. The rain was there, and it came down heavy, and then lo and behold, this afternoon, how beautiful.
It's like sun was out to greet us.
It's
we
still
love
there.
it.
Yeah, we do love it. As we take a look at one of our first alert cameras, you're able to see the sun is about to drop below the horizon. A great afternoon today after the rain this morning. We have another gorgeous day on the way Thursday. Not as warm as today, but still temperatures above average. Enjoy it. Friday, a completely different story, as Mother Nature says. Hello, I'm back again with some cooler air and also some rain in the forecast on Friday. I want to let you know and alert you to the fact that on Sunday night, maybe some more rumbles of thunder with strong to possibly severe storms. But the temperature breakdown tomorrow, 70 degrees under partly cloudy skies. But on Friday, rain and storm chances at 40% for all of North Texas, a high of only 54 with a northeast breeze at 10 to 15. It's not going to be a great day on Friday. Saturday, some scattered showers around. Into Sunday, we warm up, but yeah, the possibility of some severe weather. We'll have more on that coming up in just a bit.
That's a good heads up for planning. Thank you, Scott. North Texas Congressman Keith Self traveled to Ukraine this week and met with their president.
He tells our political reporter Jack Fink what he believes is at stake with Russia's ongoing assault right now against Ukraine.
And we got a great conversation with him about his priorities going forward.
North Texas Congressman Keith Self shared with me this photo of him meeting Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. The meeting in Kyiv Tuesday was part of a delegation that included North Texas Congressman Jake Ellzey and another Texan, Michael McCall, who chairs the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman Self spoke with me from Poland and said he's growing more concerned now that China is considering providing weapons and ammunition to help Russia in its war against Ukraine.
We do not want this to go into NATO or between the U.S. and China. That must not happen. We must not have nuclear weapons involved. If we can keep this confined to the current battlefield, I would be all in for that, because we cannot let this get to escalate further.
Self said Russian President Vladimir Putin attacked Ukraine 1 year ago this week because he didn't suffer any consequences after he invaded the nation of Georgia in 2008 and seized Crimea from Ukraine in 2014.
Frankly, this is happening because Putin feels emboldened. To allow him to take even part of a sovereign nation, as he has done before, would further embolden him.
He said the House Foreign Affairs Committee is discussing what it can do going forward to make Russia's war against Ukraine as short as possible. Self also disagreed with some Republicans and others who say the U.S. should focus on securing its own southern border. He said Americans should be doing both.
I'm not for giving any blank check to anybody, but I am for giving the Ukraine what they need to defend their homeland, because that's what I'm asking the administration to do on the southern border. And that's what we, as the leader of the West, the leader of the Western alliance, must do in Ukraine, or we're going to have Putin on the loose.
Congressman Self said the delegation's trip had been planned for weeks and came one day after President Biden's unannounced visit to Ukraine and his meeting with President Zelensky. The president and members of Congress traveled to Poland and from Poland to Ukraine and back aboard a train because a plane would have been too risky. Self will return to the U.S. later this week. Congressman Ellzey returned to the U.S. today and was unavailable for an interview. Nicole and Doug?
Before we let you go, can we expand on the NATO thing for a second? Because that's a very real situation. So how concerned is he, the congressman, about Putin invading a country that would be part of NATO? Because per the agreement, automatically commits U.S. troops to help defend whatever nation that is.
Well, Congressman Self said he doesn't think Putin wants that, but instead would try to expand his old Soviet empire by invading other countries that are not in NATO. Also today, Senator John Cornyn was in Dallas. We asked him about Ukraine, and he said Putin won't stop with Ukraine and that he needs to be stopped. Cornyn said Ukraine deserves continued support from the U.S. Our full interview with Congressman Self is on our website, cbsnewstexas.com.
Still hard to believe it's been a year now.
I know.
Jack, thank you so much.
Still ahead for you here at 6. The head of a Tarrant appraisal district is facing a recall tonight.
Who wants her out, and how quickly there could be a major change for the tax district?
Welcome back with us. Senator John Cornyn is meeting with local leaders, and they're talking through a new law, Law Enforcement De-Escalation Training Act. That's what it's called. So under that act, the DOJ must develop the tactics that it wants to teach officers. Cornyn was part of a roundtable with the Dallas PD, Dallas mayor, and county sheriff. Leaders there talked about just how important it is to work together across departments. There was also a training session to demonstrate some new techniques. We know $124 million in federal grants is going to help pay our local law enforcement and our mental health professionals.
It equips them and trains them to be able to do their job better and safer. So to me, it seems like the most reasonable sort of approach. The goal is that necessary force should only come into play if there's no other reasonable alternative.
And this is a process. Today was just step one. Input that was gathered from today's meeting and future meetings will help finalize a new training curriculum. All right, speaking of training, let's get on over to my fellow girl in pink, Andy Adler, for a look at sports.
That's right, guys. And I have to tell you, there's a story today that I'm deeming it my favorite story of the day. How about that? The Stars living up to their name. We're going to explain that. Plus, Mavs back to work. We're going to check in with the Mavs' newest player because sports is coming up next.
Some North Texans pretty concerned about property taxes could lead to a key property appraiser leader losing her position.
Our Jason Allen reports on the strange vote in the city of Keller.
As home values rise and higher tax bills follow, the chairperson of the agency that oversees the process in Tarrant County faces a recall from her seat. Catherine Weilman could lose her position after elected officials in Keller heard from residents who have lost trust in the Tarrant Appraisal District.
I've never seen it before.
Tax consultant Chandler Crouch has been questioning leadership at TAD more than a year after an employee filed complaints against him that the state said had no merit. It led to crowded meetings, the suspension of the chief appraiser, and more scrutiny on the district.
It really opened my eyes to other problems that are going on in a culture at the appraisal district of not dealing with problems head on.
But at the end of the day, when you see valuations and appraisals go the way they are, in some ways, you expect some sort of accountability or trust in that process.
Mayor Armin Mazzani said he wanted to see more transparency from the district and Chairperson Weilman. CBS 11 couldn't reach her for comment today, but she told Keller leaders she was willing to answer any questions they had.
The allegations I've heard, I think I can respond to completely, but I will need to get more information.
Taxpayers don't have a direct say in who is on the appraisal board, but cities and counties do.
So this is really the only mechanism to provide that protection on behalf of taxpayers.
The vote here in Keller starts a recall process that will play out over the next 6 weeks and could result in a change at the top, just as homeowners are getting notices of how much their properties went up in value this year. In Keller, Jason Allen, CBS News, Texas.
Now, yes, you have heard of a whiteout and a blackout and a brownout. We had some conditions happening in Randall County. I don't think we have the video right now, but Scott, it was clouds of dust swirling with the wind gusts. And we had part of that today, right? We had wind and warm, is how I describe it.
And we had the rain and storms this morning, and the first alert radar this morning really active, but the dust was because of the strong winds out west. So what we're tracking are some changes on the way. Now, tomorrow it's still going to be mild for us, a cool start to your day, but a great Thursday afternoon, up to 70 degrees. Friday, it is a different story. You need the coat and you need the umbrella again because we have a cold front moving through. Our high temperature only 50 for Friday with a 40% chance of scattered showers for all of North Texas. And then going into Sunday, alerting you to the fact right now that we could see some severe storms into Sunday night. So as we take a look on Friday, more rain chances on the way, scattered showers around. It's going to be some light rain off and on through the day on Friday. The temperature only 54 degrees going into Friday evening. Some scattered showers, temperatures low 50s to the upper 40s. Going into Saturday, still seeing some scattered showers around, but we start to warm up just a little bit on Saturday afternoon with that rain chance around 30%. So tapering off just a little bit. But Sunday, pay attention to this right now. We could see some storms developing to the west that could roll into our area on Sunday night. So there's a slight risk already of severe weather just brushing the very far northwest sides of North Texas. This forecast will change over the next few days, and we'll let you know about those changes as soon as we see them. But here's take a look at the first alert futurecast for the Sunday storms. Going to Sunday night, here you are about 10 to 11. Looks like the majority of the activity up in parts of Oklahoma, but this is the action that could slide its way down to the southeast in the late evening hours overnight and then into Monday morning. Monday morning, a lot of us waking up dry, but the east sides of North Texas seeing some rain sticking around. So we'll watch this and update you as we go through the next few days. All right, you can see soccer going on right now at Toyota Stadium there in Frisco. A beautiful day to get on outside. It is 77 degrees with winds out of the southwest near 10 to 15. Still see those breezy conditions holding on through the day today and even into tonight. Those breezes stick around. We're seeing temperatures still in the mid to the upper 70s across North Texas and the Metroplex. So not bad as you're going to step on out of the door. Great sunset developing. We're down to 64 degrees by 10. By the time we get to near midnight, 61. And overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, not too bad. A cool morning. Temperatures low 50s to the mid 40s in some spots. And then we make it up tomorrow to temperatures that will be in the upper 60s to the low 70s. Now, the extended forecast shows, yes, we have that front on the way for us going into Sunday. There we go. Dramatic 7-day. I love that. 60% chance of showers and storms. And then into next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures into the mid 70s. So we're winning in the weather department, but are we winning in the sports department, Andy?
I'll tell you right now, Scott, there is a lot going on. Stars taking on the Blackhawks in just a little bit. And simply put, they need to win this game. It's been a rough couple weeks, as in they've lost the last 4 games. But Chicago, they're also struggling. This right here, this is just an opportunity to sort of switch up the momentum. And sometimes the best way to do that is to just get out of your own head. Focus on doing something positive, something like this. Before the game, the players, they made little Max's dream come true as part of Make-A-Wish Foundation. And Doug, I know you have done some great work with Max as well. And you see, Max, he has leukemia, but today, no hospitals, just fun.
It's amazing for me to be out there with the guys.
I can't say enough about how special both of these organizations have made this for my son. And more importantly, the hope that they give kids who are going through a challenge and the hope that they can get through it and thrive just like Max has, or number 13 for the Stars.
He's such a good kid, and to go through that and to come through the other side is, pretty special, and it really shows us that we got to just keep pushing ourselves and to get better.
More of that, please. I'm going to make a bet right now. I bet you the Stars win tonight. All right, well, the All-Star break, that's over. So here we are, the midway point. A lot of changes in just the last few weeks for the Mavs. And I'll tell you right now, this team, they know that right now it's the time to, as they put it, put the accelerator on. Mavs, they're back to work tomorrow. They're going to play the Spurs. But first, it was back to go to practice. And team is now in Dallas doing a little shoot around and getting ready to make the second half even better than the first half. And they have a little bit of help. The Mavs, their newest player, Justin Holiday. So Justin, what's really the main reason why you wanted to be here?
2 big reasons. But no, really the organization, first of all. I've always admired this organization from afar. And what happened to Jay Kidd, he's going to do things the right way. He's going to coach guys, have them learn, but gives them grace, to learn. And, just having a chance to win is a big deal to me. And to win and do it the right way, something that's very, very important to me. And I don't want much, man. I just want to win, fill in my little spots, man, let those guys get that shine.
Justin is a great addition, great locker room guy. He's going to be great off the bench, so definitely a good move.
Good to get on this train while it's rolling out of the station, right?
No doubt.
We're on a roll.
Thanks, guys.
Andy, thanks. We'll be right back.
Here's what's coming up tonight on CBS Texas. Brought to you by Standard Insurance. Proudly serving North Texas since 1954.
I'm going to watch that Tough as Nails, see if we could do it.
Yeah.
We could do it.
I think we could?
Yeah.
It looks a little hard.
I'm out. Who would win that?
I'm going on Doug.
You going Doug?
It depends on what we're doing.
I was going to go with you, Nicole.
Let's all watch. We'll find out tonight. With that, we'll say thanks for watching. Don't forget, streaming news, sports, and weather 24/7, CBS News app and Pluto TV.
Join us back here at 10 o'clock.
Boy, you better just step off, bro.
I don't have no friends.
I see why.
Hey, we're not here to judge you, but they might.
You're a piece of work.
Oh, my gosh.
If it's a crime to spend all afternoon watching court shows on TXA 21.
Then lock me up.
Get yourself together, man.
You're not being lazy.
Best defense ever.
You're just motivated to watch all 7 hours of your favorite judges.
How is that legal?
Weekdays starting at 11 on TXA 21.